Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Hello, my little chickadees. Welcome to the Lower Park Broadcasting Corporation live from my lounge with a nice cup of tea. And the cat's just come through the cat flap, which means I'll probably be disturbed in a minute. How are you? How was your rather lovely day? And cow surprise. Yes. Yes. Go away. Or stay. Anywho, yes, how was your day? Oh, she's wet, must be raining. There's a gag in there somewhere, but I will desist because I am an adult. Very nearly. Yes, so I actually had a day off today. Strangely, I needed to catch up on stacks of admin for the old new business. And so I went to see Lily, didn't I? And I haven't done much yet, but I will. I will in a bit. Say hello then. So yes, that's really been my day. So yes. What else? So today is National Holocaust Memorial Day, of course, which is so I'm sure most of you know anyway, but up to they don't know the exact figures, but 6 million Jews were exterminated or killed or died during World War II. And I still struggle to get my head around that figure. 6 million people. That would be, 10% of the population over here, nearly. It's just an incredible amount of people. A lot of them, of course, were killed in concentration camps. And one of them, Belsen-Bergen, was where Anne Frank died. Now, Anne Frank, she died of typhus in the end, but so Anne Frank was she was a German girl actually, and then her parents moved to the Netherlands, and her father had a business there. And then, of course, the Nazis invaded the Netherlands as well, and the Dutch armed forces surrendered, and the Nazis took control. And she had her father had converted a room in the attic of their house. And then when the Nazis started moving in to take people to labour camps and so on and so forth, they hid in the attic, and they hid there for 2 years. During that time, she actually wrote a series of diaries, which is why you hear about the Anne Frank diaries. Eventually, somebody snitched on them, I believe. It was their family, and I think there were 4 others. So there was quite a number of them in this room, and they were captured by the Germans and then sent off to various concentration camps, or labour camps as they were called by the Germans. But I got to say, I have been to Anne Frank House, and it is pronounced House, in the Netherlands. I had to queue for about an hour to get in. Actually, it's still incredible that this was 1945, so 90 years later, 85, whatever it is, years later. Get off my sweater. The story still captures everybody's imagination. I'm not particularly well travelled, but I do love the Netherlands, and I particularly like Amsterdam, which is where Anne Frank House is. I love the architecture there. I love the culture there. It's and it's a city that you can walk from one side to the other in a day. It's not a massive city. It's great. It's 40 minutes from Bournemouth Airport. So if you ever fancy a weekend away somewhere on a short haul, when we can do short hauls, I highly recommend Amsterdam, especially Dam Square, which is great to sit there and watch the world go by. So that is Anne Frank, and I say, yeah, I've actually been up in the room, and it's just an incredible place. It bothers me that we're in 2021 now, and we still have an issue with anti-Semitism. I've never fully understood why Jewish are persecuted. There are people who will have you believe that they own everything in the world and they own the press, and then they don't, and they own Hollywood. They don't. They're quite powerful in certain aspects, but that's it, and that's business, isn't it? I just don't get it. I never have, never will. But I say it does bother me that we still have anti-Semitism over here. Not just from the right wing, unusually, it's the left wing as well, which bothers me even more because that's not how it's meant to be. But anyway, so that is Holocaust Memorial Day today, which, as I say, I still struggle to get my head around a bit. 6 million people is just incredible. And it's not just the ones that were killed, it's the ones who survived, but the conditions they lived in, it's extraordinary. Anyway, so on that note, I'll probably need to give you something a little bit more light-hearted. So I've got a couple of jokes, because I know I missed a couple earlier in the week because it was 7 o'clock in the morning. So a skeleton walks into a bar. And actually, that's probably not appropriate given the subject we've been talking about. But anyway, a skeleton walks into a bar and asks for a pint of beer and a mop. It's because when you drink beer, you see it would just come straight out. Yeah. See what I did there? Yeah. And a 3-legged dog walks into a saloon bar and says, "I'm looking for the man who shot my paw." My paw. Not my paw, my paw. There we go. Anyway, be safe. You're going to say goodbye. Or not. Bye-bye.